Once upon a time, there was a young girl who always wore an adorable red hood and loved to ride her scooter all day. Her mother was a superb chef and loved to cook lip-smacking cherry tarts, heavenly chocolate cookies, and mouth-watering apple pies. One day, Mother asked Red Hood, "Could you please take this basket to Grandma? She would be so happy to taste these new ginger cupcakes I've just baked. But be careful in the woods. Don't eat red fluffy mushrooms, and don't annoy wild animals." Red Hood was quick as a flash. She grabbed the basket, jumped on her scooter, and off she went. In the forest lived Mr. Wolf, a very elegant fellow. He was minding his own business when he smelled the whiff of Red Hood riding by. "Ah, this is my chance for a succulent meal," he thought, and he sleekly lay on the path in front of Red Hood. "Gosh, I've been run over by one of those road pirates, the motorcyclist rabbits," he grumbled. Red stopped her scooter and helped Mr. Fox up. "Thank you, Red Hood. Where are you going, by the way?" he asked. "To my grandma's. I'm bringing her ginger cupcakes." "I see. Then you better go the other way if you want to avoid those unruly rabbits," said Mr. Wolf, pointing his hairy fingers. "Thank you very much," said Red Hood with a smile, as she turned down the side path. Mr. Wolf watched Red Hood getting smaller in the distance. Then he sprinted to reach Grandma's house before her. "Goodly morning," said Mr. Wolf, when he reached the front door of Grandma's cottage. "The postman is here with a surprise envelope for you." After a while, Red Hood finally reached Grandma's cottage. "Grandma," she shouted, "are you in?" Dear Grandma, who couldn't resist a surprise, opened the door. Excited, Mr. Wolf was there with a toothy smile on his face. "Grandma," said Red Hood, "what happened to your voice?" "I'm just a little hoarse, my dear. Come closer," said Mr. Wolf. Red Hood looked at Mr. Wolf's hairy face and said, "Grandma, when was the last time you shaved?" Mr. Wolf remained silent. "Never mind," said Red Hood. "But, Grandma, besides hair, you've really huge eyes." You better check the bingo cards. I wouldn't want to mess up bingo, would I?" improvised Mr. Wolf. "Oops. I guess not," said Red Hood wearily. "All right, but you also have huge ears. How come?" "Well, you better listen to the music at my disco dancing classes," Mr. Wolf made up. Red Hood didn't seem really convinced. However, she went on, "Grandma, what a huge toothy mouth you have." Mr. Wolf swiftly removed the bonnet he was wearing and looked menacingly at Red Hood. "To eat better," he said. Red Hood screamed, "No!" An entomologist was passing by the cottage, trying to catch a rare blue butterfly, and heard the scream. He ran towards the house and put his ear to the door. He heard a menacing voice growl, "I will eat." The entomologist couldn't stay there and do nothing. He kicked the door open and rushed inside, ready to pounce with his butterfly net. He heard Wolf finish his sentence. I will eat your king, and I'll have all the ginger cupcakes for me. Ha 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 ha. Checkmate, I won, I won. Red Hood screamed, "Oh no, there won't be any left for Grandma." Mr. Wolf and Red Hood were playing chess. The entomologist was speechless. Red Hood and Mr. Wolf both turned to him, and Red Hood said, "Well, sir, where have you learned your good manners? Didn't your mom teach you to knock before opening a door?" But I thought bumbled the entomologist. "He probably thought I wanted to eat you, Red Hood," said Mr. Wolf. Then he added with indignation, "I am a vegetarian, sir." Mr. Wolf and Red Hood cackled. But where's Grandma then? "Listen, I have a weak spot for treats, and when I smelled the cupcakes Red Hood was carrying, I couldn't resist," said Mr. Wolf. "I came here, and I gave old Granny a ticket for the county bingo fair. She left straight away." "I thought maybe if I disguised myself as Grandma, I could eat the cupcakes. But little Smarty Hood here busted my cover, and I challenged her to a regular chess game with the cupcakes for the winner." "That's true," nodded Red Hood. When Grandma came back from the bingo fair, she organized a big dinner. Mum baked a lot of delicious tarts and ginger cupcakes. Everyone was invited, and they all had a great time. The end.